Well, I had intended on reviewing a different game this week, but due to some technical upgrades and time constraints, I had to switch things around, and so I needed to run through a game quickly. Looking through my collection, Coolspot won the prize of being the substitute. Coolspot is another one of those games I remember fondly from my childhood. Right from the start, you knew it was going to be something special. It starts with a well-animated Spot, you know, the old 7-Up mascot. Then you see it surfing on a container of 7-Up to the tune of some surfing music that's surprisingly well done on the Genesis. And this is all just a hint of further things to come. So here's the premise of the game. You play as the cool Spot who is out to save his friends, who are kidnapped by something that, to my knowledge, remains unnamed. In order to free them from their cages, you just need to be cool. Seriously. So, here's how the game works. Cool Spot enters a stage and needs to traverse it, exploring for cool points, those red dots that are littered around the stages. Depending on the difficulty, you have to collect a certain amount of these cool points in order to unlock the cage. On the normal level, you need to get 60% of them. It's been a while, but I think on hard you need at least 90%. In order to find these spots, you need to do a bit of searching. The levels are fairly massive for the most part, with multiple paths. Some of the spots you collect will unveil a hand to help you point in the right direction, but it's still possible to get lost if you're really not too careful. There's 3 main hazards that you need to worry about. One is the timer, which varies depending on your difficulty. On normal, you typically have more than enough to clear the stage. Second is the pitfalls, which can often be the true big bad of the game, as many times you'll be forced to take leaps of faith. But finally, you also have the standard enemies, which are very plentiful, and they will do some damage to you, although you do have a health meter in the form of the Spot's face in the top left corner. As you take hits, his face will slowly start to peel off the status bar. I like this, as it fits the theme of the game. But anyway, Spot needs to either avoid or kill the enemies, as none of them will drop cool points. The only thing they will occasionally give you is a bottle of 7-Up, which gives you a small chunk of your health back. So there is at least some incentive of killing your enemies. And how do you kill them? Spot throws I would assume to be carbonation. I will say it's cool to smack them with these projectiles and watch the enemies go splat. Spot has infinite ammo and there's no weapon power-ups, so you have one weapon and that's it. Now, you don't necessarily want to stop exploring the level once you hit the minimum required cool points. If you keep collecting coolness, you earn the chance at a bonus level. On normal, you need 85% of cool points in order to get there. The bonus stage takes place in a bottle of 7-Up, and gives you about a minute to collect all of the cool points. In addition, there's also a letter hidden in the stage. If you can grab the letter, you'll earn a continue. All of the letters spell out Uncola, the old marketing phrase that 7-Up used to use. If I remember correctly, there used to be a contest or a prize for anyone that could collect all of the letters along with, I think, a high score or something, but obviously that competition is no longer running. In any case, I didn't need to use any continues as the game isn't too challenging. But as I said, there are a few points where there are some cheap deaths, particularly in the stage where you are jumping around on a kiddie pool filled with water. One bad leap and a Spot's going for a swim. The graphics of the game are fairly impressive, with large backdrops that make it believable that Spot is running around the world at his size. Most of his enemies are either small toys or animals, like mice fleeing cheese, crabs stabbing at you with their pincers, or bees attempting to sting you. Many of them only take one hit, but others will take 5 or more. Just keep mashing that attack button and keep your distance and you'll be fine. The only other thing I want to touch on is the music. It is fantastically done, especially on the Genesis' sound system. It doesn't have that typical scratchy quality to it. Sure, there's a few songs that repeat in different stages, and some of them are a bit on the short side, but overall, I love it. I especially enjoy the bonus stage and also the Inside the Walls themes. According to the credits, Tommy Tallarico was the guy who did the music, so I guess that explains why it's such high quality. I know this review is a bit short, but that's all I got for Coolspot. It's a very well done game, and not something you'd expect to be good. I mean, come on, it's just another one of those games that features a licensed mascot. But even so, I still come back to this game for the music, the gameplay, and the overall feel of the game. Do I recommend it? Absolutely. But I do recommend the Genesis version over the SNES one, because it just feels better made overall. Final score? 8 out of 10. This is Reaper. Happy fragging.